I'll be reacting to I'm Standing a Million Lives, episode 18, and I'll be starting my reaction in 1, 0, go. Oh, I can't forget this, but I am watching it from Crunchyroll website. I almost forgot to mention that. Oh man, I cannot wait to see how they're going to deal with the epic-looking dragon. Thought for a second the dragon disappeared off screen or something. Oh my. I'm wondering if he's going to regret having thoughts like that. Oh, okay. Nothing wrong with that wanting a little bit of adventure in life and a little bit of risk, though. Because, yeah, a life that's a bit too passive might down on the mind a little bit. I just wonder if this is going to lead towards a death lag, because usually when you have backstories like this given off in this series, it usually ends up with the character dying if they're not one of the main cast members anyway. And I wouldn't blame him. Who wouldn't want a place that's peaceful like that? That's life. Sometimes you don't really value something until it's too late, or when you lose it. It's just things are, unfortunately. I'll give the series credit. When it's handled the deaths of characters in the isekai world, it actually has done a good job of, for the most part, making them at least somewhat memorable. And saying that, I am noticing something the series has been doing a lot lately, though. And it's one of the knocks I have against the series, and it's the way they handle character deaths. So they make it predictable. It's like, all right, character's about to die. Oh, let's give them the backstory at the last second, or right before we kill them off. Now, don't get me wrong. I enjoy this series, but this was like the third time they've used this formula where, oh yeah, let's give this background information about a isekai character right before they die, then kill them off like a minute or 2 minutes later. I just feel like the series could probably mix it up a little bit more if it were to just show off backstories of the character. Maybe a few episodes before they die, so it's not like, oh yeah, we get the backstory. Okay, that means they're going to die pretty soon. That's really one of the things the series could do, just to give it a bit more variety. Not really a major complaint, just something I'm noticing when it comes to this series sometimes. It's more of a minor thing than a major, for now. As long as they don't just do it repeatedly throughout the season. I like how he's saying it's dumb, but then afterwards he compliments the sound effects. Oh man, our boy can't win with either Kate or any of the girls, because they almost always throw shit at him. That's if it isn't already happening. Oh, the guy looks like, oh yeah, he looks like he's hiding something. The thing is, will they have any weapons of taking down a dragon, though? Because that's the biggest question. Who's to say they don't go up as a dragon and they get instantly annihilated when they were having trouble against goblins? I'm assuming those are a tier below the dragon. That's a bad idea. If he was strong against goblins, what the fuck does he think he's going to do against a dragon? Yeah, I mean, what was Kid expecting? Honestly, charging that dragon. Oh, so maybe they can. Maybe they should just attack it constantly to wear it out. Oh. Oh, that's a good point. And there's a lot of islanders to suck energy from, too. Hmm. Maybe you could try telling the islanders to move far away from the island so that the dragon has less of an energy source. You never until the production budget's dropping a bit because definitely a lot of the artwork looks a bit off when it comes to the facial art, especially the old guys on the background. Still better than season one though, but below average when compared to the other anime this season because I am currently watching everything. That's a non-sequel, non-spinoff. I think it's gonna figure out that the guy has something to do with the dragon. Yeah, because behind the rock you saw a seal. Oh shit. I don't think anybody was suspecting that, but hey, it's better that. I like how he's so shocked. They just threw the dude out of like sheer what the fuckness. Best case would be to knock the fuck out of the Dragon Bishop so that they can interrogate him later. Although the Dragon Bishop looks like no bitch. Who the hell knows if he's going to be able to take him on? But what if this bishop is so dang advanced that he doesn't need to do? Well, I was gonna assume he's gonna be a higher level mage than normal mages, at least in that isekai world. Sneak attacks don't work if you shut them out. Okay, that's bad writing there. I mean, what type of idiot announces their sneak attack when they do a sneak attack? That's like the dumbest shit I've seen. Come on now. And the reason why that's bad writing is because even Yotsuo comments that sneak attacks don't work on. I'm like, the dude just shouted his fucking attack. So at that point, it's not a sneak attack anymore. I do like how, at the very least, Raiji is a proactive antagonist. So he is a breath of fresh air versus some of the villains that we've seen previously in this series. Damn. Okay, what an absolutely devious bastard then. Oh shit. I mean, they just say keep your friends close, but your enemies closer. And Raji definitely lived that to the T. I gotta admit, that's actually a nice twist there. I can help either Lu, Kusa. Oh, damn. How did he get there so damn quick? I mean, honestly, they haven't done anything that awful towards Yotsubo, though. If you ask me. Oh, shit. Oh, I looked within kiss shot distance there. Ah, so damn close. At this point, I just realized that Yotsubo was the guy that set up a trap. You would never do a direct assault against someone that's way stronger than him physically. But hey, actually, can't wait to see Raji's cocky arrogance be his own undoing. Now that's a fucking sneak attack. That's how you fucking do it. You're not supposed to announce your attack. That's what Tori should have done earlier. And that's what's good directing there. Yes, the animation there was bad, but since it was storyboarded so well, but since it was storyboarded so well, the bad animation wasn't as apparent. Now that's how you do it. When you have no budget, that's how you make things work. Okay. Yeah, I mean, hey, at least eventually Tori did recall it. Just took him a while. I like that though. Finally, Tori, this episode has actually been pulling his freaking weight. About damn time. Took like how many episodes into season 2 though? 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Took 6 episodes, but hey, you know what? Better late than never. It wasn't just Owl though. It was also Tori, Yotsuba, and company though. Talk about thinking ahead. That's actually nice. Seeing a solution solved through observation and the surrounding circumstances instead of a character relying on their strength or just magic to bail them out. I actually dig this kind of stuff in the series. That's a good point. It feels like he's a bit too smart to be working as a mercenary. Like, honestly, it feels like he'd work as a freaking navigator and make a good living. That's actually nice, though, seeing someone that isn't just a Yotsuba and company, I mean, and his immediate allies actually do something. Because any victory they're going to have against the dragon or Raj is going to feel much more substantial due to all that teamwork. And something like too is the solution in the series doesn't involve a character pulling an ass pull to beat the dragon. Instead, it involves forcing the dragon to head back in order to resolve the situation. That's actually nice. And the victory feels legitimately earned too. Honestly, they all pulled it apart. Except for Magical Glasses chick. She really didn't do much this arc. Hell, even Toady did more. And Toadie's a freaking newbie. Mm-hmm. Honestly, Santo went down like a badass. Damn! I gotta admit, that right there is visually striking. Hmm. I hope they give us a full and in-depth answer as to why he hits humans, though, in a future episode. Like the full details. Because that type of stuff is what really makes Yotsuba memorable and protagonist. I just hope the answer they have is some bullshit answer. Aww. But you know what's gonna be sad if they go back into that world again? I was and her sister probably gonna be super, super old, probably. Or not super old, but there's probably gonna be a huge yes. Aww. Oh, at least she was honest with her feelings there. Oh, it hurts seeing stuff like that. No, I think it's just since Yotsuba normally doesn't get any positive interactions with other people. I mean, he's the one that thinks with the major plans. I mean, honestly, do the others really deserve to be treated well? I mean, they don't treat. I mean, aside from Kusei, Tori doesn't treat Yotsuba well. Lou doesn't treat Yotsuba well. Glasses Girl doesn't treat Yotsuba well. I mean, well, seriously, what are they on? They haven't really treated our boy that well either. Of course, they treating the people in the Isekai world a lot better. Yeah, get wrecked, bitch. Oh, that was so satisfying. And Raji earned that. I mean, whatever it is, I just hope it doesn't harm Cantello because I still like him. I think he's a cool dude. Oh, opening chick. Yo, you look like a badass. It's over. But overall, I thought the episode was good, but it was flawed though. It was an above average episode. If I had to rate this one on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being abysmal, 5 being average, and 10 being exceptional, I'll give it a 7 out of 10. It was above average, but there were issues that are apparent though. For one, here's one issue. Honestly, the other girls act like bitches sometimes when it comes to Kusei, Liu, Tori. It's like, oh, Yotsuba treats him like humans, but he doesn't treat us like humans. I'm like, excuse me? Last I checked in season 1, Glasses chick thought that Yotsuba was going to do some shifty things towards her the first time Yotsuba helped her out. Liu hasn't been exactly the kindest woman towards Yotsuba in season 1. Kusei is like the only one that maybe treats Yotsuba like a person. And let's see, didn't Tori hit Yotsuba when they first got into the Isekai world? So it's like, y'all bitches have no, except for Kusei. Kusei's the only one that can talk shit. But literally no one else in that group, aside from Kusei, can really say anything. So when you have lines of dialogue like that, I'm like, what do these characters expect? Of course, they're going to treat the people in the Isekai world better. Oh, it's back. Hey, you know, if anyone deserves to relax, it's our boy. Oh! Are you fucking... Oh. I mean, hey, finally gives us more answers regarding to the vision he saw from the future. Yeah. And I wouldn't be surprised if Yotsuba ends up similarly, where he's willing to give up his life to protect his hometown. Oh, shit. No, that sounds like fun. What the fuck? I think I might like that chick. She looked cool. Oh. I was loving how they switched the voices too. Although I gotta say, that chick's English is actually good. I'm shocked. I'm used to hearing much worse English in anime, so. Alrighty. More power to the voice actress. She did a damn good job. But yeah, that's the only thing about the series. It's like these characters have a lack of self-awareness sometimes. Where it feels like the only character that I can really root for is Yotsuba, and that's it. Oh, and Kusei by association. But it's hard to root for like any other. Oh, and of course, any of the characters that are in the Isekai world, I can root for them. But it's like some of the other characters, like say Shindu, Cody, Glasses Girl. I'm like, I could give like 2 fucks about them sometimes. That's what really kind of irks me about the series sometimes, because it has some good characters and some characters that just drag things down. But at least when it comes to characters like Shindu, she does actually pull her weight. So I'll give it credit for that. But yeah, that's what really kind of irks me about the dialogue in the series sometimes. And that ain't just the only issue about the series, though. Another issue I'm noticing too, it's just the fact that when it comes to this series, maybe the first few episodes of this season showed some improvements visual-wise, but the rest of the episode, it's like, this is like the final episode of the arc? Some of the earlier episodes in this arc looked freaking good. And now in this episode, it really shits the bed visually. It's a shame because, honestly, majority of this arc looked average visually. Because in this episode, they were going up against Raji, still shot when he did a fire attack. Oh, going up against the dragon, stills when he was using the fire flames. People in the background, their faces are all deformed. I'm like, this season really built up a quality standard so far. And it looks like that quality standard is, while not as bad as season 1, it's slowly delving back into what we saw in season 1, which was really bad and derpy quality. So that was another weakness because it made all the action set pieces, instead of making me feel, oh man, these are so epic, I'm excited to see them, made me feel, okay, most of them feel draggy. Some of them are good, but for the most part, you can tell the animators didn't give a fuck. Either that or they just weren't paid enough money to make the scenes look good. One of the two. And that wasn't the only issue in the episode either. Another issue I do have to bring up is just the fact that some of the stupid shit that Tori does, it's like, dude, are you fucking kidding me? You shout out your sneak attack. That's like some of the dumbest shit I've seen. I'm like, oh Lord. And that's the thing. And it wouldn't have been so bad. If you would have had Jetsu Yotsuba inner monologue, that's not a sneak attack, I'd be like, okay, fine. This is nice comedic relief. But the dude acknowledges that Tori was attempting a sneak attack, so that makes it worse. If literally the episode would just slightly switch around the dialogue a little bit, that scene would have been much better. And that's the issues with this series sometimes. You have a decent base script, but sometimes the execution is shoddy, kind of lowering everything else down. Not to say the episode's bad. I mean, I still thought it was 7 out of 10 worthy, above average. But damn. Kind of expect the series to be showing off more stuff in the future, all things considered, because this series has shown off some epic stuff throughout its run. It's kind of a shame how for the finale of this arc, it kind of is going out with a whimper. Don't get me wrong, there are things I love. I do love the fact that without, she straight up admits that she would have loved to marry Yotsuba if he was from that actual role. So I did like that. It made her really lovable. And I loved her bravery too when she helped Yotsuba out in defeating Raji. So those were positives in the episode. I even love the fact that you see Tori do something useful, like when he did the second attack against the evil man. It was an actual sneak attack, not just him screaming like a dumbass. So I guess there was that as a positive. And I did like that bit of humor at the end with the chick speaking English. That was nice. So there were positives. And I do think it's interesting how Yotsuba really seems to hate humans, but he's slowly changing his tunes on hating them completely, because even he admits straight up that his stance on him not minding the everyday lives and being destroyed, it's slightly changing. So there was some character growth in this episode that I was like, you know what? I could take that as a positive, but damn, I really do hope the series does, eventually in due time, execute the script a little bit better. Because most of the issues it has are more of directorial issues than script issues. It seems to be like the people in charge of the series are messing it up. It doesn't seem to be an issue from the source material. Because I just feel like a few line changes and boom, feel this. Series would be much more smoother to watch. But yeah, these are my thoughts on the episode, y'all. I liked it, but it was definitely flawed. But anyways, y'all, these are my thoughts on the episode. I'd love to hear your thoughts on how I feel about my reaction or the episode itself in the comment section below. Hope y'all rate the bit, share it, comment, or subscribe, and I will see y'all later if you come back for more, everyone. Bye-bye.